In the beginning, before the world was filled with billions of people, there was a time when the earth was young, and humanity was just finding its footing. It was a time of giants and myths, where the line between the divine and the human was blurred. This video will explore the ancient genealogies and myths found in the book of Genesis, particularly the lineage of Adam to Noah, and the story of the flood. These tales, though ancient, still resonate with us today, offering insights into the human condition, the nature of creation, and the relationship between humans and the divine. The story of human lineage in the book of Genesis begins with the creation of Adam and Eve, the first man and woman. God created them in His image, male and female, and blessed them, giving them the task of being fruitful and multiplying. This initial act of creation sets the stage for the genealogies that follow, which trace the descent of humanity from Adam to Noah. Each generation is described in a formulaic way, detailing the age of the father when he begot his son, the number of years he lived after that, and the total length of his life. These genealogies are not just dry lists of names and ages. They are a narrative device that helps to structure the story of the early world. One of the most striking aspects of these genealogies is the extraordinary longevity of the early humans. Adam, for example, lived 930 years, and his descendants often lived for several centuries. Methuselah, the grandfather of Noah, is said to have lived 969 years, making him the longest-lived person in the Bible. These long lifespans serve several purposes in the narrative. First, they create a sense of the ancient and archaic nature of the world being described, reinforcing the idea that this is a distant past, far removed from our own experience. Second, they highlight the unique nature of the early world, where humans were closer to their divine creators and less subject to the limitations that would later define human existence. The genealogies also serve a thematic purpose, emphasizing the continuity of life and the transmission of the divine image from generation to generation. Each father passes on the divine image to his son, ensuring that the line of humanity remains connected to its divine origins. This continuity is crucial to the overall narrative, as it establishes the lineage that will eventually lead to Noah, the man chosen by God to save humanity from the flood. One of the most intriguing figures in these genealogies is Enoch, the seventh generation from Adam. Unlike his predecessors, Enoch is described as walking with God, and instead of dying, he is said to have been taken by God. This brief but mysterious passage has generated a great deal of speculation, and has been the subject of numerous apocryphal texts. Enoch's special relationship with God suggests a deeper connection to the divine, and his removal from the earth without dying is a stark contrast to the fate of the other antediluvians. This story may be a vestige of an older tradition, possibly influenced by Mesopotamian myths, where certain figures were said to have achieved a form of immortality. The genealogies in Genesis are not just about the passing of time and the continuation of life. They also set the stage for the story of the flood. As the human population grows, so does the potential for sin and corruption. The text describes how the sons of God, often interpreted as angels or divine beings, take human women as wives, leading to the birth of the Nephilim, described as heroes of old, men of renown. This intermingling of the divine and the human is seen as a violation of the natural order, and God responds by setting a new limit on human lifespan, reducing it to 120 years. The flood story is a pivotal moment in the narrative, marking a turning point in the relationship between God and humanity. The world has become corrupt, filled with violence and sin, and God decides to cleanse the earth through a great flood. Noah, described as a righteous and blameless man, is chosen to build an ark and save his family and a pair of every kind of animal. The flood is a symbol of divine judgment, but it is also a story of redemption and new beginnings. After the flood, God makes a covenant with Noah, promising never again to destroy the earth by water, and the rainbow is given as a sign of this covenant. The story of the flood has had a profound impact on human culture, influencing literature, art, and religious thought. It raises questions about the nature of evil, the role of divine intervention, and the human capacity for both sin and redemption. The flood is a reminder that, despite the corruption of the world, there is always the possibility of a new start, a chance to begin again. In conclusion, the genealogies and myths found in the book of Genesis are more than just ancient stories. They are a rich tapestry of human history and theology. They explore the origins of humanity, the nature of the divine, and the complex relationship between the two. These stories continue to resonate with us today, offering insights into the human condition and the enduring quest for meaning and purpose. The world may have changed, but the questions these ancient texts ask remain as relevant as ever.